wash those dishes. Don't make that bed. Just sit right down and watch us instead. Watch Cart Sharks. And here's the host of Cart Sharks, Jim Curry.
Hi, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. You are very kind. Hello there, Gene Wood. Thank you. You have heard for so long Mark Goodson-Bill Todman production at the end of Card Sharks and other very fine television shows through the years. And, of course, the creator, a most talented man, Mr. Mark Goodson. And with us today is the creator of that creator. We'd like you to meet Mark's mother, Fanny Goodson, over there. Hello, Fanny. Nice to have you here with us. Oh, sit down. We can see. Oh, there you go. Thank you, love. Nice to have you here. And also, we'd like to thank for the opening poem, Mrs. Pat Hurst of Waycross, Georgia, watching us on WSAV TV, Channel 3. Thank you, Mrs. Hurst. Now we're going to open the board and get to the cards. Janice and Lois, if you will, start loading in the cards and we'll meet our Card Sharks. Pam Miller, our champion. Hi, Pam.
Hi, Jim.
Good to see you again.
Thank you.
And again, a little reminder about yourself.
Okay, my name is Pam Miller, and I'm from Temecula, California. I am married, and I have 2 little boys, Chucky and Brandon, and we're expecting a little girl in August, hopefully. And one of my favorite things to do is bowl.
Yeah.
And you know, I have a bowling leg named after me. It's called the Pam Miller leg.
How did that happen?
They didn't know what else to call it.
Oh, you got everything organized?
Yes, I coordinated the league. Yeah, it's a brand new bowling alley.
Isn't that nice?
And the coordinator didn't know what he was doing yet, so.
Nice to have you back here with us, Pam.
Thank you.
And our challenger is Jane Hornung. Hello, Jane. Nice to see you again. How are you?
Fine.
Let me turn this around so we can talk to you there. That's right. However, see, now we can talk to you. You don't have to go house to house across America. Won't you again tell us about you?
I'm an activities director in Long Beach for senior citizens, and I enjoy playing tennis, and I'm getting married in October.
That's very nice. Now, Jane and I were talking after the last show. The credits were rolling on our last show, and Jane said, your fiancé doesn't know he's getting married in October.
Well, he kind of knows. I kind of told him, but... Well, he said it would be a date, and I said, well, how about October? And he hasn't really asked me yet, but he said he would if I won lots.
Well, if he's watching out there, congratulations. You're getting married in October, whether you like it or not. Nice to have you both back here. And, of course, you cut the cards at the beginning of the match. And we played the best 2 games out of 3. Good luck to both of you. As we left off, Jane, the challenger, won game number 1. And we're getting ready for game number 2. Janice has dealt out the cards. Same 2 decks. We'll start game 2, a game that Pam needs, with a question to Jane. Jane, we surveyed 100 Englishmen who are dukes, barons, and earls. These men are all members of the English aristocracy. And we asked them, do you have a butler? How many English aristocrats do have a butler?
Well, my mother's from England, and I think she's pretty aristocratic. And I would think a lot of earls and dukes would, because they're so wealthy and that they don't want to pitter around with the little small stuff. So I would say about 80.
80 out of 100. I have to ask you, though, Jane, does your mother have a butler?
She has a maid.
She's got a maid? Okay. Jane says that 80 out of 100 English aristocrats have a butler, Pam.
Oh, I don't think that many of them anymore have quite that much money. And they're not, I don't think they're going to use their butlers like they used to. I got to go lower.
You got to go lower.
Yes.
A lot of agreement from the audience on lower. Do you know what butlers do?
Butler.
They buttle. That's right. They buttle. That's the strangest thing I've ever heard in my life. I don't know why I brought it up. Jane says 80. Pam says lower. I think I'll get back to business. The actual number of English aristocrats who have a butler is 37. Pam is right. It is lower.
Come on, Jim. Good card.
Pam starts off game 2 with a 7.
Oh, change it, please.
Winning the question, you have the right to change it. A good change. Higher. It is a 10.
I gotta freeze.
And we move over the freeze bar that protects that position. Of course, it keeps Jane away from her cards. Pam, this question to you. Pam, we asked 100 people. Should a woman be able to legally force a man to marry her if she's pregnant with his child? How many people said a woman should be able to force a man to marry her if she's pregnant with his child?
As far as I'm concerned, if she got pregnant, that's just as much her fault as it is his. And she's going to have to take the responsibility herself. So I don't think she has the right to force him. I'm going to say maybe, there's probably a few people out there that would feel that. So maybe 15.
15 out of 100 say a woman should have the right to force him if she's pregnant, Jane.
I don't know. I don't think you we should have to legally force anybody to do anything that they don't want to. But I think it's going to be a little bit higher.
A little higher than that. You both agree in principle, but not on the number, 15 and higher. The actual number of people who said a woman should be able to legally force a man to marry her if she's pregnant with his child is 12. It is not higher. It is even lower than that. And Pam, you got it. And a 10.
Change it.
And again,
Come
a
on.
10 to a jack. Good change.
A little better. I'm going lower.
Lower than the jack. No queen. First break for the challenger. Jane with a free chance and a king. Lower than a king. An ace. Wow, a good card fails the challenger. Janice fills in the spaces. Question to you, Jane. Jane, we asked 100 third grade girls, which would you rather be, a nurse or a doctor? How many third grade girls would rather be a nurse?
My niece is almost that age, and her mother's a nurse and her father's a doctor, but I think she'd rather be a nurse. Most girls do, so I think it's about 75.
75 out of 100 would rather be a nurse. Pam?
I agree. I think the girls would rather be the nurse because they're feminine, but I don't think it's going to be quite that high. Some of them are going to want to be the brain and go for the doctor. So I'm going to say a little bit lower.
You say a little lower. And, of course, I guess what we're really asking is how much has the stereotype changed? Because years ago it was always the nurse with the little girl. Right now, Jane says 75 and Pam says lower. The actual number of third grade girls who'd rather be a nurse is 84. Not lower, it is higher. Jane, you've got a king.
Lower!
Lower than a king. No. And still the good card fails the challenger. Pam with a jack.
Lower.
Lower than a jack? No. I think we've gone through about 8 or 9 kings.
I know we should be done with it.
Question goes to you, Pam, and it is sudden death. Someone has to win it on this play of the cards. Pam, we asked 100 single women. If the man of your dreams asked... Oh, listen to this one. If the man of your dreams asked you to marry him, but told you that his mother would always come first, would you still marry him and settle for being number 2? How many women would marry the man of their dreams and settle for being number 2?
Gee, that's a tough question, Jim. I mean, the men, you know, if you love them, great, you want to marry him, but sometimes the mother-in-law is just going to keep you away from it. I don't know. How many said...
How many of the 100 single women said they would marry the man of their dreams and settle for being number 2?
They would marry him. Oh, geez. I think I'm going to have to go with about 70.
70 out of 100 would marry him anyway, even if they're going to be number 2, Jane.
If he's the man of your dreams, you won't find him very often, but still mothers-in-laws can be nagging. I think it's just a little bit lower.
Lower than that. This will decide control. The actual number of women who would marry the man of their dreams and settle for being number 2 is 17. Very much lower, Jane. Yeah, I think the key there was saying he's going to be number 2. That's can't be much of a dream man with that. Okay, Jane, you've got a king. You need 4 cards. Pam with a jack needs 3, but you have control. Play or pass.
Pass it.
You're going to pass it. Pam, if you could turn them all over, you tied it up. But one mistake, we have a new champion. With a jack, what do you say?
I have to go lower.
Lower than the jack. It is a 2.
Higher!
Higher than the 2. A 4.
Higher!
Higher than a 4. Yes! And turns over 3 in a row and ties it up. So, each player with 1 game and $100 who's set up for the tiebreaker. 3 cards up there, 3 questions here. Good match, and here we go. Jane, recently a football player, wrote a book claiming that he goes out of his way to injure the players he tackles. You may have read about that. So we asked 100 men, do you think a player like this should be thrown off his team? How many men said a professional football player who tries to injure other players should be thrown off his team?
My boyfriend's into football, and he loves it when they really beat up on one another. But I don't think it's going to be quite that high. I think about 65.
65 out of 100 men say he should be thrown off the team if he tries to injure people, Pam.
I think that's going to be a lot lower because I think a lot of them think that's the name of the game. You know,
So you
you're
say
for
lower.
your team and you're not for the other team. So I would go lower.
The actual number of men who said a professional football player who tries to injure other players should be thrown off his team is 70. It's not lower. It's higher. Jane in the tiebreaker has a jack.
Lower!
Gonna play the jack.
Yeah, lower.
Lower. It is a 10.
Freeze!
You're gonna freeze it. Jane needs 1 card and she freezes. So Pam, you're still in it. Pam, we asked 100 psychiatrists. Generally speaking, does watching soap operas help housewives cope better with their own personal problems? How many psychiatrists said watching soap operas does help housewives cope with their own problems?
I don't think so because so many of the things that happen on the soap operas are so ridiculous sometimes. So I would say maybe 20.
20 out of 100 say, yeah, it'll help them cope.
A lot
Jane?
of women watch them and base their lives on them, so I'm going to say it's higher.
Higher. The actual number of psychiatrists who said watching soap operas does help housewives cope with their problems is 33. It's a little higher. Jane, you've got a 10.
I'll change it.
Big change for the challenger. A 7 near the middle.
Higher.
If this is higher, we have a new champion for the win. Yes, Jane wins it. Pam, you're leaving us with $500. You didn't get knocked off here. Good luck with the baby.
Thank you,
Pam. Pam Miller. Shane, come on down here. Congratulations. I definitely think Jane needs a little time to get herself together before we play the money card. You can win over $28,000 here in a moment.
Thank you.
Okay. We'll be back with Jane in a moment with the money card. Back with our exuberant champion, Jane Hornig. You've been running around cutting cards.
Yes, I have.
How'd the money cards feel?
Thin to win.
Thin to win. You cut them thin to win.
That's what my dad always says.
Let's see how it works out. Let's get to the money cards right now. Come on up here, Jane. So you just took a couple off the top, huh? I wish you well with them. And here they come. After she cut them, we're going to deal them out. $200 of new money. 3 cards to bet as you will on the bottom level. On the second level, we'll add another $200. 3 more cards. Minimum bet's $50 till you get to the top card, the big bet, where you must risk at least half the money. Good luck now, Jane. You're very exuberant. Now, you just take your time and think about this, right?
Right.
Okay, here's $200. And, of course, you can change the base card on each level if you need to. Thank you, Lois. We'll start Jane off with a 6.
I'd like to change it, please.
You can only change it once, so you must play this one. A king.
I'll bet $150 lower.
And the king's failed you over there. Let's see it work here. $150 that this card is lower than a king. It is. Up the
I'll bet
middle.
$50 that it's lower.
$50 minimum bet. Lower? Oh, another king with $50.
I'll bet $200 that it's higher.
$200. Higher, did you say?
No, I mean lower. I'm sorry, lower.
Okay, all right. You could go higher, but
No,
you
no,
don't
I
really
want
want
lower,
to.
please.
Okay.
Thank you.
$200. Lower than a king. Yes, with a 5. And with the $500, we move it up and give you the other $200.
Can I change it, please?
$700. All right, you made a good change before. Let's see another good change now. Oh, a queen. Good job.
I'll bet $400 that it's lower.
$400 lower than a queen. Yes. $1,100.
I'll bet $50 that it's higher, please.
Going with the odds. $50 higher. But a better card. A 4 and $1,050.
I'll bet $600 that it's higher.
You haven't seen too many lower cards. I wish you well. $600. Be there. Higher. No. I was so afraid that we saw no 3s or 2s and no more 4s, but we're going to move it up. It's a good card, the 3. Jane,
I'll
you
bet
got 4.
all of it that it's higher.
Come on, this would be nice. $900. Let's be there. Higher. Yeah, she's looking at the money over there. Yeah, $900. You got another $200 too. That's $1,100. If she ain't won any more, we'd really be in trouble. Come on down here. You have a high decibel level. Is your whole family like that?
Yes.
We'll be right back with our champion and a new challenger right after this. $1,100.
Thank you so much.
Not bad at all. Back with our champion, Jane Hornig. I was wary of that 4.
Oh, I know, but that's why you have to bet lower. You just have to be cautious.
Yeah, well, when you haven't seen any low ones, you realize there were 11 cards that could hurt you there. We didn't see any 3s, any 2s, or the other 3
greedy
4s.
towards the
Get a
end.
little greedy,
though.
huh?
No.
Well, at least you got $1,100.
Oh, I know. I'm so. That's great.
Okay. All right, Jay. Janice deals out 2 brand new decks of cards. Here comes a new challenger on Card Sharks. David Owen.
What do you say?
Running out there very peppy. That's nice.
Oh, it's the only way to be.
Nice to have you here with us.
I'm glad to be here.
Won't you tell us something about yourself?
Yes, my name is David Owen. I live in Monrovia, and I came down from Canada in 1921, and we had to pay $50 head tax to get in the United States.
Is that right?
Yes.
What is the price now, I wonder?
I wouldn't want to say.
I don't think there is such a thing now.
I don't think so. I don't think there's any price on it now, but those days were something. I was just a little...
Glad you came down?
Oh, glad. Very glad.
Nice to have you here with us, David. You cut your cards, I'm sure.
I sure did.
And here we go. Good luck to both of you. Best 2 out of 3 starts with a question to the champion. Jane, we asked 100 6th grade boys, have you ever deliberately sat behind a couple necking in a theater and then giggled and made loud smooching noises? How many sixth grade boys have sat behind a couple necking in a theater and made loud smooching noises, whatever that is?
I think when boys get to be about that age, they're curious about things like that, and they don't understand it, so they try and make fun of it. So I think it'd be pretty high. I think about 75.
75 out of 100 sixth grade boys sat back there and went, which I assume is a loud smooching noise.
Well, I know I did when I was a kid. And I think they still do it today, but I think it'll be just a little bit lower.
Lower than that.
Right.
75 and lower. The actual number of sixth grade boys who've sat behind a couple necking in a theater and made loud smooching noises is 54. David is right. It is lower.
Thank you.
So David starts off the match with a 6.
Oh, change that card, please.
And a 6 to a 10. Lower than the 10. No. And a break for Jane, the champion, with a 6 as well.
I'll go higher, please.
Higher than a 6? No. Neither player advanced on that one. And as Janice fills in the spaces, we go to you, David. David, we asked 100 married congressmen in Washington, D.C. Fascinating question. Married congressmen, be honest. When you're undecided about how to vote on a certain issue, does your wife's opinion ever make up your mind for you? How many congressmen said when they're undecided about how to vote, their wife's opinion sometimes makes up their mind for them?
Well, I'm pretty sure that most of these people are run by their wives in the first place. There's a man, a wife behind every man, and they tell him what to do. And I think it's going to be rather high, say about 79.
79 out of 100 say their wife's opinion will sway them, Jane.
Even though, Carter's wife...
You remember him. He's in all the papers. Jimmy, I think his first name is, isn't it?
His wife helps him, but I still think it's a little bit lower.
A little lower than that. You got a feeling you're in trouble in the polls when you say, the president, his name is... David says 79. Jane says lower. The actual number of congressmen who said when they're undecided about how to vote, their wife's opinion sometimes makes up their mind for them is 25. Lower. Jane.
Can I change it, please,
Jane
Jim?
does her little war dance, and we change the 6 to another 6.
Higher this time.
Higher than a 6? Yes, it is. A 7.
I'll freeze, Jim, please.
Jane gets a one-card advantage. We're going to have question 3 in a moment, but first we're going to take time out for this commercial message.
Think of her name.
We're in the middle of game 1. Jane with 2 cards uncovered. David with 1. We pick up with question 3, and it goes to you, Jane. Jane, we asked 100 single women. You're a single woman.
Yeah.
Has a shoe salesman ever fondled your feet above and beyond the call of duty?
I think if he did, my foot would be in his mouth. But I don't...
Well, everybody's got it. How many women said that's happened to them, Jane?
I think that would be pretty low. I think they'd lose their job. I think it would be about 30.
30 out of 100. What do you think?
Well, I don't know, but I think men have seen enough of fate, and they wouldn't want to go any further. They would be a little bit lower.
Lower than that. I don't know if I agree about them not wanting to go any further, but we'll see whether it's lower or not. Jane says 30. David says, who thought this up? That's true. The actual number of single women whose feet have been fondled by a shoe salesman is 10. It's lower, David. Actually, it's one little guy out in Peoria, and he fondled 10 feet, and that's how we got. David, you want to change that 10? The 10 becomes a jack.
Lower, please.
Lower than the jack. No. David cannot get past that first card. A break for you, Jane, with a 7.
I will go higher, Jim.
Higher than a 7. Yes, a 10.
I'll go lower.
She risks it lower. No. I think it's the first time Jane went away from being conservative, and it did not pay off.
No.
And that sets up sudden death. Someone has to win it right now. David, our man on the street, went to Las Vegas, where he asked 100 men who were gambling, did you gamble before you ate breakfast this morning? How many men admitted they gambled before they ate breakfast?
Oh, I think life is a big gamble anyway. And I would say it would be pretty high, say 52.
52 out of 100 of the gamblers gambled before
Go
breakfast.
by Las Vegas slot machines without putting a nickel, and even if it's before breakfast, I'll say it's higher.
Higher than that. The actual number of men who gambled before they ate breakfast is 31, not higher, it's lower. David.
Let's see.
David, you have control, but you're faced with an interesting board. With a jack, you need 4 cards. Jane with a 7 needs 3. Play it or pass it. You have control. Jane, you cannot change the 7. Turn them all over, you win. 1 mistake, the game belongs to David. With a 7, what do you say?
Higher, please.
Higher than a 7. No, it's not. And David wins game 1 in sudden death. So David got that all-important control, and he takes game 1, and we'll take timeout.
A representative of the studio audience will receive Oneida Silversmith's gift certificate, allowing you to select your own showplace gifts for entertaining and gift-giving needs, including your choice of luxurious stainless flatware and silver-plated hollowware furnished by Oneida. And some of our contestants will receive a backpack and Sunshine Trail mixes, fresh, wholesome snacking in the handy new reclosable bag. There's something good under the sun, Sunshine Trail mix, and bakeware and Campbell's Chunky Soup, made for people who want more than soup. Chunk after chunk of delicious food, it's more like a meal than a soup. And kitchen tools and raviolios. The round ravioli from Franco-American with the plum tasty middles, beef or new cheese. They're a delicious dish for the whole family. Try them today. This is Gene Wood speaking for Card Sharks, a Mark Goodson-Bill Todman production.